Hello, welcome to IBCC channel. In this video, we will talk about the BGP messages. To understand the BGP message will help us to better understand the BGP. So BGP messages. BGP uses the following messages to communicate with his peers. Open, keep alive, update, notification. So first, take a look at the open message. The following capabilities parameters are exchanged using the open message for a BGP session to successfully establish. First parameter is the BGP version number and BGP identifier. The source IP address from the peer must match the locally confirmed peer's address. The AS number in the connection request must match the locally configured peer's AS number. Option parameters such as authentication, address families, hold time. When establish a BGP session, the router uses a smaller hold time value contained in the two routers' open message. All parameters in the open message must be agreed upon between the two routers in order to establish the BGP session. So next, let's take a look at the keep alive message. Keep alive message verifies the connectivities after BGP sessions established. Keep alive sent every 30 seconds by default. So next we talk about the update message. The BGP update message advertises new routes, or it can withdraw the existing routes. A BGP route is a prefix and associated BGP path attributes with this prefix. The BGP routes are different with IBGP routes, since BGP routes not only have a prefix, but also have path attributes associated with this prefix. So the last message called the notification. Notification message sent when BGP encounter an error, such as a hold timer experience, neighbor capabilities to change, or BGP session reset its request. This causes the BGP connection to close. So these are all the BGP4 messages. Next, we will talk about the BGP neighbor state. Yeah. The two routers establish the BGP sessions. The BGP state will change from one state to another state. Let's first take a look how many BGP states they have. So here's the BGP neighbor state. So the first state called the idle. So in this idle state, the router initiated a TCP connect to his BGP peer and listen for a new TCP connection from peer routers. Next state is called connect. So in this state, the three-way handshake with the BGP peer is complete, and the router send the BGP open message to peer. So now the next state is called the active state. It's not all the neighbors go to the active state. That depends. So in this state, the BGP start a new three-way TCP handshake. If the connection is established, an open message is sent. The hold timer is set to 4 minutes, and the state moves to the open send. If this attempt for the TCP connection fails, the connection moves back to the connect state and reset connect retreat timer. So then we talk about the open send. In the open send state, the BGP open message has been sent to peer. Router awaits an open message from peer. After the originated router receives the open message from the peer, then router compares the initial open message and the received open message. Router compares BGP version, source IP address, AS number, BGP identifier, and security parameters. If all the open message do not have errors and pass the compare, the whole timer is negotiated. Keep line message is sent. The connection state is moved to the open confirm. If error, the state move to idle. If the TCP have some problems, BGP close connection and the state to active. The next state called the open confirm. In this state, BGP wait for cable line message or notification message. If receive a neighbor's cable line message, the state move to the established. If receive a notification or other error, then the states move to idle. Established state, and that state is a final state. In this state, the BGP session is established. BGP neighbor exchange the routes via update message. Update and keep line message received. If errors in this state, the state back to the idle. Let's take a look at this diagram. This diagram illustrates how the state change. So let's start from the idle, or the router in the idle state. And after it sends the TCP sync message, that means the TCP init message sent. Then the router, the state move to the connect state. In this connect state, if the TCP three-way handshake successfully, then the router send the open BGP open message. After the BGP open message sent, the router move to the open send state. In this open send state, if they receive the open message from his peer and they did a comparison, the information in the open message is no errors and compare. So the router moved to so the router sent a keep alive message to his peer. The router moved to the open confirm state. In the open confirm state, when the router as long as the router receives the keep alive message from his peer, then that means BGP session is okay. The router move to the established state. So in the if there are some issues, for instance, if the hold timer expires or error occurs, then the BGP state move back to idle. So if in the open confirm there is some issues such as the hold timer expires, or a stop event, or a notification, the message, the router state back to idle. In the open send, if error in the open message, the router back to idle. If in the open send state, if there's TCP issues, then the router go to the new state called the active. In the active state, the router will retry the TCP to the peer. If the TCP success, three-way handshake success, then router move forward to the open send message, open send state. In the active state, if the TCP fail, then router move back to the connect state. Then in the connect state, they can do if the no TCP respond, they back to the router will back to the idle. If they get if the TCP three handshake is okay, the router will send the open message and move to the open send. So sometimes you will see the router state the change between the connection active or idle. That's probably means the TCP issues. So this is all about the BGP neighbor state. Hopefully this video can help. If you like this video, please give thumb up and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.